So how does JWT system work? So JWT stands for JSON Web Tokens, and these are tokens which are encrypted at rest and hence can be transferred between entities across a network without being worried about them being interpreted by someone else other than they are intended for getting them. So considering a React component sitting between the server and the client, so we have a client, we have a React application and a server which is supposed to furnish resources according to the client's perspective. So suppose I want to log in to some account and I have some specific details that are specific to that particular client and I need to furnish them in the React application. So the main thing over here is to authenticate whether this client is having a resource at the server and furnishing that to the main React application. So the first thing that happens is that the user enters a form where they enter their login information or any other information like a fingerprint ID or any other thing that can be used for authentication. That is taken by the React application and the React application sends this back to the server. So the server is supposed to have a particular database where it has stored the information about the user, and when the server receives a request for the particular resource and for the user to be authenticated, the server authenticates it using firstly, if the user has not been authenticated before, it generates a refresh token which is JWT, which is stored only on the server side, and it is used by the server to authenticate any further requests that come in. And there's another thing called as the access token. So once the refresh token is generated, it is stored in the server itself, and with that refresh token an access token is generated and it is passed back to the React application. The React application stores this access token in its own state, and it is not stored in a cookie or a different local storage, because it has to be secure in the sense where it should not be accessed by any other JavaScript inside the same host where the React application is being hosted. So once the access token is available for the React app, it is then able to furnish requests according to the user's interaction to the main page. Now these JWTs, the access tokens, are subject to be expired after 15 minutes or some session where it is relevant for them to be active, or they can be also expired as a whole if the refresh token gets expired as well. So anyways, if the access token is lost by the React app by some refresh or something that happens where it is not able to furnish that access token, the React app then communicates with the server to say that this is the request but I don't have the access token, or this is the access token which is invalid. So seeing this, the server then generates a response where it is saying that this particular access token is not valid, and then the React app again generates a request for generating a new access token with the user information, and the server then again generates a new access token for the React app for any further requests for that particular session. So this is how the JWT system works. Authentication is done on the server side. Authorization happens only on the basis of the JWT. JWT has the information about the user, the time in which the JWT will expire, and yeah, these are the things that and some other information accordingly, which is important for maintaining that particular authorization.